This is where we insert Ramon's penis joke to start the show.
And with that being said, everybody, welcome to another Fetterly Club podcast. This is the glorious one with, let me see, who should I point at first since it's all out of order? Let's go with the Oz down here. Wait,
Morning, good morning, good morning.
And then Jesse to my right, Stone Cold Steve Jessers. Alrighty, how's everybody's week/weekend? Nope.
Oh, he's muted. Sorry, I thought he was going to talk first. My bad. But yeah, everything's going great. You know, just work, and keeping up on the analytics for the videos that we're putting out. Working on content. Working on 2 videos right now. 3, make it 3. And just keeping busy. You know, once I clock out from work, then that's when the real work begins for me mentally.
Hell yeah. How's the new position going, dude?
Going great. Learning every day. I feel that I still have a lot to learn. It's smooth right now, but I feel like obviously my mentality is always learn as much as you can to basically become the company man. It's just my mentality, you know. It's not required of me, but it's like I like to learn everything, so later on I don't ask a bunch of questions over and over again.
And you know what? That's a thing that you've always done too since I've known you. And every time that you've had a new position started at wherever you were at, I realized that, dude, you soak. You're like a fucking sponge, bro. You soak everything in and try and take as much information in as you can.
Yeah, anything that make not just my job, but since I'm my boss's right hand man, I'm basically like his assistant. Is my job to make his job a lot easier. But at the same time, I still got to keep my job not as stressful as you know, let's say the other assistant that's in the back or stuff like that. You know.
Yeah. Damn. Freaking Oz, man. That's cool.
Is Jesse frozen or he's just watching TV? Okay.
I don't know what the hell That fool looks like he's dozed off. What up, Jess?
I think he's watching Coco Melon.
What's up? No, just right here, helping Ezra change characters in Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh, I've actually never played that game. Is it pretty cool?
It's actually pretty fun.
It won't make me rage quit like Overwatch or Apex.
It's kind of like Overwatch, Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah. Third person.
Really? Okay, so it's that type of
third person shooter, but it has power ups, and then you got different characters with different their attack, defense, heal. And it's actually quite entertaining. Some of the characters, the zombies, have some features that are from other games. So one will have a Titan fall, a Titan.
Okay.
And other one will have will be a ball, and it can roll fast like in Overwatch, the hamster.
Oh yeah, a Hammond.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And you fight in a giant theme park. And then you have other multiplayer modes, but it's pretty interesting and it's pretty fun, honestly.
I didn't really think about that game like that. I always pictured Plants vs Zombies to be kind of just you remember that game Cuphead that was really hot, and it was it's a really good game. I always assumed, I assumed that it would always be just a campaign story wise type of thing.
Yeah, a 2D. No, this is it's straight up Overwatch, but in third person.
So do they have ults and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the more things you kill or whatever, the higher your power.
Yeah, you on streaks, and then you can customize the characters. You got packs and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Kind of open world where you can decide what team you want to be. It doesn't matter.
Oh, so you're not can you switch teams after?
Yeah, in the main screen, it's kind of like a loading screen area. It's pretty much you can pick any character, but when you do multiplayer, you can you stick to your one team. But I think you do have the option to leave your team. It just resets your kill count.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. So
I might look into it. I know it's on my on my hard drive for the console. I might actually start playing it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Other than that, the week's been pretty good. Been just we've been kind of cleaning up a little bit, moving some stuff around. Where Ezra's homeschooling has kind of been more of a priority that Frida's been teaching him.
Okay.
And then she's teaching him Hebrew, Spanish. So it's he's picking it up really good.
Hebrew.
That's good for him.
We don't have that character, Papa. We have to unlock it.
Hey,
I can't look.
odd question to ask, but who's where? I guess who in Frida's side of the family speaks Hebrew, or is that a right way to say it? Right?
Should be okay.
Right? Like.
No, it's fine. It sounded just fine. Not like you were
right?
saying.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
I said that right.
Hebrew is a language. It's not. It's not an origin.
Shit.
It's a language.
Ooh, that was cool. All right. So, what was the question one more time? Sorry.
Oh, like who in her family, like on her family side, like speaks that language? Like it.
Oh, so Hebrew, because Ezra's father's side. Oh, your side too? Oh, it's Jewish? I thought, because of Rubina. Kind of. Well.
The information, right?
Okay.
He wants the dragon, bro. Give him the dragon.
Here.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, it's more Frida side. Frida just confirmed it to me.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, and then of course Spanish. Everybody.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. that runs on both sides here. So that's cool, man.
Oh, yeah, no, he's learning sign language too, which is big in his dad's side because Ezra's grandma is a interpreter, like the sign language interpreter.
Yeah.
So she does that for a living.
Oh, good.
That's pretty cool, man.
So he's learning it.
Yeah.
Are you learning it though?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Are you learning the Hebrew and the sign language? I know.
There actually that teaches you in 6 weeks, I think, how to read it and like understand it. So I'm probably gonna check it out.
Is it that Duolingo thing?
I should take a course like that because like with Spanish, I speak it. I don't know how to read it very well.
Everything is how it's spelled.
Yeah, it is.
That doesn't help.
You know what? Talking about Spanish, you notice how like theme parks are flipped around? Like Magic Mountain is La Montaña Mágica. Disneyland is the exception though, because it's Disneylandia. But like Estudios Universales.
Yeah. It's not a word.
It's not, but everybody goes says Disneylandia.
You would, but it's just the name, huh?
Yeah, but we all say Disneylandia. I mean, even if it's not a word.
Disneylandia.
El parque de Mickey.
El parque de Mickey.
Vamos a ir a ver a Mickey Mouse.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah. So that's what we've been really up to, and Frida's really been pushing them to learn more.
Nice. Hey, so talk about Disneylandia and all these other stuff. Have you guys heard that? I guess now live. Outdoor sports, you'll be able to. There'll be like limited attendance for that now. Starting, I believe it was April 1st. The Dodgers made a statement stating that they were gonna. I guess they're gonna have fans in attendance, like limited quantity. So that's.
Oh, so they're gonna now that they're easing up, they're gonna have like limited capacity.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Ooh! I saw his face right there.
To me, it's tricky to just open up theme parks and open up stadiums and Staples Center and stuff like that because we're not 100% cured yet. Nobody is. No country, no state, no city, nothing. So to say, we're gonna open up because we lowered ourselves a tier is by far the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I get it. You want to go out. I get it. You want things to go back to normal, but this is not the way. It's not. We're not ready for that. There's still a vast majority of open coronavirus cases. There's still deaths happening daily. The fact that they're not being reported is because that's what the media is controlling. They want the reopening. They want everything. But there's still deaths going on from coronavirus daily. We're not ready for this.
Yeah. Jesse?
I think indoor venues are a little bit tricky because it's all, you're inside of like a dome or arena. Outdoor ones, it's okay, but as long as they do like a good seating pattern where you're not like in rows, like let's just, even though 15%, I think is what they were saying for capacity, which you could spread them all out. But I mean, are they going to do it too where the tickets are going to still be the same price, or are they going to give somebody a discount? They're going to at least lower the price because.
And also, who would get priority on those tickets? Like season ticket holders? Like, do they get first dibs on that shit, or like?
I think season ticket holders. As even for Disneyland, I think that's fair though. Yeah, because they're committed. Yeah.
Because Disneyland's also opening up, right?
Yeah.
15%.
Yeah.
Well, look at I think the only one that's doing something differently is Universal, because they're opening up their parks and restaurants, but they're not opening up the rides just yet. The park itself will be open with the shops and restaurants, but not the rides.
I mean, I guess it's. I mean, that one's.
But
you still do that anyway.
But with Universal, that's where you go back with the question that Jesse asked, which is, are they going to charge you to go into the actual theme park, even though nothing is open? And if they do charge, what's the price going to be? I don't really think that anybody will pay the $100 and something it takes to get into Universal just to go into the shops and the restaurants itself.
Yeah. Or even Disneyland too. What was Disneyland's prices per ticket?
I know, but if we're
like $200, like
something like that.
Something like that. Like nobody's gonna want to pay that much money.
Well, I mean, the people that will pay it are the people that are okay, that got money, that they're not worried about
income. Yeah.
Yeah, they got disposable income or they got credit cards that they could just put it on. But I mean, it's crazy because I was looking at that Disney Taste of Disney.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like you can go almost throughout the whole entire park, but you can just check out the stores and the food. You can't get on the rides, and that starts, I think, this in a week or two. I thought that was a ripoff, $100. Because I was starting to think about it. You got to pay for parking.
I was about to ask that.
Did it include parking? Yeah, I think you go in, and I think all they give you is a $25 voucher for food.
Which is what.
So I'm assuming they're just giving you whatever you pay, probably for parking. And then of course it's like you're just gonna check out the stores, and they're just gonna want you to spend. So it's a little. Oh, okay. But yeah, other than that, I think it's pretty expensive. But if they open Disneyland, I think it's gonna be like $175, $200 to go in.
Like
it's gonna be limited, like time. Like I think they're gonna it's gonna be like from 9 a.m. to maybe 8 p.m. And like normally it would be like 8 o'clock to midnight.
So okay, so how would the sanitation of the rides go? Like, you know what I mean?
They probably spray it down, or the UV light, but I don't know how good that UV light is.
Yeah, and well, not only that, I mean, even if you spray, like even with disinfectant, don't you have to wait a few minutes before it actually works?
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Unless they have disposable wipes, like they just have some sort of contract with Lysol now, and they just provide them the unlimited amount of wipes so they can clean the ride, let it, probably fan it down or something, and then.
I wonder what you would have.
No, but like it's gonna be wet.
In there. Like, are they gonna ask you for like a fucking a COVID vaccine? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
proof of purchase
or a test or something. You know how they're doing it with other places. Like, you need to have a test like 2 days before you go to the place, or else you can't go in or whatever. Like, is that gonna be mandated too for like theme parks and shit? Because I mean, there is a lot of. there will be a lot of people, but there are gonna be you're not gonna be with people that live in your household. So.
But see what sucks. It's, let's say you take the test 2 days before you go, because you gotta wait normally a day for the results now.
Yeah.
And then let's say you take it on a Thursday, you get your results Friday, you're going Saturday. What do we know? What happens if on Friday you get in contact with somebody? You haven't retested, you haven't done anything.
Yep.
So,
and mind you, too, the people that have tested positive for COVID, don't get tested until I believe I think it's 3 months. I want to say it's 3 months after they had it. So
yeah,
because there's still a possibility of them coming out as positive, even if they're not anymore. Because you have the dead cell that lives there, and if they swab it and it comes out, even though it's dead, it's still the cell. Like they'll say, oh, it's positive, now he has it. So they don't test anymore that close together after they came out positive.
Don't just sit there.
Yeah, don't just sit there.
So, I think it's interesting. I know that in Florida they have it to where they'll disinfect the ride, and they also have like those protective shields like in front of you. Like if it's a 2-row seat, they'll have the shield, that glass, plexiglass, and then what they do is they spray it. They leave that cart, let it go for one round, but they use the next cart. So they'll like kind of not only you have to have your mask, but change the cart. So like the one that someone was just on, they'll get off, they'll spray it, but they'll leave it empty, and then the one that was empty gets the person waiting in line. So it's gonna be like one has people, one's empty, one has people, one's empty.
So it could alternate when it runs through. Makes sense.
So that's what they're doing. So that makes sense for the drying purpose. If they spray it, it'll be that. But like, I don't think water rides. I don't know how.
Yeah.
How they'll do that I don't know if the virus stays in the water or. Yeah, I don't think water rides is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah. And then just anything indoor is a little bit tricky. Basketball games. I know they want fans. Today's the All-Star game.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna have everything in one goal. The 3-point contest is before the game, first half. Then halftime is a slam dunk, and then the second half, and that's it.
Did they not do skill challenges this year?
They canceled that this year.
But I mean, I get it.
But I don't know. And then I know soccer is going to be very interesting too.
Yeah.
Like like Bank of California, and then SoFi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oz, no, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Jesse?
No. Yeah, like I don't know, man. I just hope we could go. This shit could end soon.
Yeah. Oz,
we got Mania coming.
Hell yeah. What's your take on this, Oz? What do you think?
Well, it's like I said before, I don't think it's the right thing to do just yet to open things up, even if it's at 15, 20, 25% capacity. It's just not the right time because not everybody in any state has been vaccinated 100%. There's still people that there's legitimately people that are like, I'm not going to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
But they've had COVID before. At one point or another, whether it be a runny nose or a cough, at one point we've had some kind of type of COVID. You can call it a cold, you can call it an allergy, you can call it whatever you want. It was COVID.
Yeah.
Everybody had it. And everybody should get vaccinated before you even attempt to bring everybody together as one. What if that one person that's not vaccinated is sick, shows no symptoms, but you get sick?
And then you take that home.
And you take that.
No, I get you, dude.
So yeah, I would be as excited as the next person to have everything open up again if I hadn't gotten sick. But I did. So I take more precautions.
On that note, since we're on that, what is your opinion on what was it? It was Texas and that second one always escapes me. Is it Massachusetts?
Mississippi?
No, Mississippi. I know it was with an M. Opening up at 100.
I'm gonna tell you.
No face masks, bro. None. It's like if nothing ever happened.
I would just say what a comedian said on a podcast this week, and may God help you.
What was it?
He said the comedian I heard on a podcast this week on the Joe Rogan podcast, he explained it best just by saying, "May God help you." Now, at the same time, you still have the choice to wear a mask in Texas and Mississippi. He's giving you the freedom to not wear it if you don't want to. You still could. It's your own personal choice.
Yeah.
And I hope that people do the right thing, but let's face it, we're a little desperate right now.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, everybody just wants a piece of. They just want to feel normal, dude. Like, I mean, you still go out and then you see the things around you, and it still somewhat feels unreal. I mean, the fact that last year, before COVID hit, we were just walking around, no mask.
Yeah, we didn't care. We were more angry than anything.
Yeah. And now, like, you see all these signs on the ground, like on the windows, like, oh, you need to come in, you need a mask on, like, fuck, like, it's crazy. It's just everybody just wants to go back to normal, and I don't think that is the right way to do it.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean,
they'll do it on their terms.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it on what the government or anything tells them, or the city. Hell, even the doctors.
The doctors are still saying that it's not safe.
Yeah.
Shit, but if the doctors fucking tell them, hey, you got cancer, you got diabetes, best believe they change their whole diet, they change everything. But if they tell them, hey, just wear a mask when you go outside, avoid contact, oh, we can't do that. I don't want to do that.
You know what I find funny? It's like, oh yeah, you can eat outside, you can't be indoors. But going out there, you drive up and all you see is canopies and parking lots. Like, dude, that's still kind of technically still indoors.
Yeah.
It's just an outside
It's just
canopy.
covered.
Like, you're literally, everything else is closed off except the entrance. So it kind of defeats the purpose. If you're going to do that, might as well just eat inside. Just because it's outside doesn't necessarily, the building's outside.
You got no wall. I think that's what helps. Airflow. I think this.
But I think that there's a Denny's down the road from my house that has, like he said, full-on canopies with plastic windows so people can see or can feel a little normal in the environment.
So it's still kind of enclosed by some.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then that defeats the purpose of eating outdoor. But if it was like a canopy, it's just the top, then that's fine.
Yeah, I get you.
They have setups to where it looks like you're having a freaking quinceañera.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because, I mean, again, that defeats the purpose if it's a full-on, like, circus tent-looking thing, There's no it's a tent that you're eating outside, and, like I said, if that's the case, go back inside. But, yeah, man. So, Oz,
yes, sir.
You have any articles or anything you'd like to speak of today?
Oh, well, I mean, I was looking through some this morning, actually, because I get up really early. I'm up at 3:30 in the morning every day, just because that's what I'm used to. But I have a wrestling article that says Chris Jericho says that the WWE disrespected two legends before they signed with AEW, and I want to get you guys' opinion on this. So this says, since December, All Elite Wrestling has added two wrestling legends to its roster with the icon Sting and now Paul White, who was formerly known as the Big Show. Excuse me. Both men were under contract with WWE prior to joining the Jacksonville-based promotion, and Chris Jericho reflected on their moves while speaking with Digital Spy earlier the week. He said, "These are guys that were kind of almost insulted in their WWE runs. Sting and White were definitely not treated with too much respect over the last few years." He then went on to make the bold claim that AEW treats legends of the wrestling business better than WWE does. He says, "We treat our legends with respect. We don't make jokes out of them, and WWE is notorious for that. Whether it's Sting, Paul White, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Jake Roberts, Dustin Rhodes, and let's throw in Chris Jericho," he said. "We know how to treat our legendary performers with respect and make them all look great and make them all worthy of being in the AEW, because they aren't worthy of being in AEW, then why would there be there? Everybody that's under contract in AEW is there and designed to be as much of a star as they possibly can." Now, this comes on the midst of the Icon Sting coming back to the ring for their AEW Revolution pay-per-view for the first time in, I believe it was 4 or 5 years, since he suffered what they called a career-ending neck injury. You guys as wrestling fans, myself included, how do you guys feel about these claims made by Chris Jericho regarding the legends themselves?
I mean, I see it. For example, like right now, well, I don't know if it's still going on, that whole Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair type storyline.
Right.
That, I don't understand how many times they have to run a somewhat creepy storyline with Ric Flair like that. Because they tried to do it with, what was it? Was it with Becky? I think, right? Yeah. Where they pulled her out of the ring and he, like, gave her a kiss and shit and it cost her the match. You know? Like, I get that they're trying to use them in some way, but I don't think that's the right way to use a legend, you know? I think there's other ways you can use him. If you're trying to get, I guess, something to rub off on Lacey Evans, which she really doesn't need, because she's actually pretty good herself. There's got to be another way. Like, that storyline, just the whole her having a baby, too, like, they insinuated it was by Flair. Like, really? Right. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
As far as Sting and the Big Show go, I mean, they were both WCW guys back in the day. I don't know if maybe Vince... I don't think Vince still has any, like, I guess, vendetta or remorse or anything towards any wrestlers from that era, maybe, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of the reason why they would mistreat, if anything, Sting. I mean, Sting's a fucking legend, dude. And when, I guess, WCW was first taken over by WWE, he wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, you know what? No. You know, I think he even knew before he went to WWE how they mistreated their wrestlers. So maybe that's the reason why he was kind of hesitant to join in the beginning and then just came in. And now he's in AEW, which, I mean, what was it? Tony Blanchard, right? He just fought, right, with FTR?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, he even, what did he do? Like a slingshot, like, type powerbomb type shit? That's fucking epic. That fool's old as fuck and he still pulled it off. But then again, I mean, he did pull it off on somebody that's like twice his height. But anyway, I mean, I do feel that legends do need to be treated a certain way because, I mean, they did pave the way for, you know, some of the younger talent now. I think the whole, like I said, them doing joke storylines to them, like they mentioned, is not the right way to do it. You know, if, like, let's say, for example, you're trying to put somebody over, you know, have them get beat up or, like, but let them kind of duke it out a little bit. Don't make them look weak as fuck. I mean, this fool used to be a, like, let's say Flair. That fool used to be a powerhouse back in his day. You're going to make him look like a punk bitch now. Yeah, he's old, but, I mean, he still knows how to kind of wrestle, so, you know. But that's just my take on that. I don't know what you think, Jesse.
I think the reason why some of them feel disrespected is because I think WWE always had that, like, kind of like that feeling of they need us. So if you want to make a name for yourself, you got to go to the WWE. That was how it was back in the days, you know?
Yeah.
The TNA was just, it's TNA. WCW was WCW until they were gone. ECW was ECW until they were gone. WWE withstood all the time. Big names came out of there and all that stuff. So I think there are a few legends that have, I guess, like that kind of like that special slot in Vince McMahon's like book where he's like, we can't do nothing to them. And that's probably like Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker, you know, the people that were there for a very long time that helped grow the company. Shit, even Hulk Hogan, for the stuff that he's been in, Vince McMahon will always give him a spot at the, you know, in WWE. I think how they did Sting, I think there was some Good job. Okay. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So I think the way they did Sting, I think Vince McMahon probably did that on purpose, but with trying to be subtle, as in, after all that time of you saying you didn't want to be a part of WWE, you came aboard. You came still signed, and you worked for me. And I'm just gonna be like, and then he probably, was like, I'm just gonna use him as, to get as much money out of him. Once he couldn't wrestle anymore, all right, we'll shoot you into the Hall of Fame. All right, that's it. You're all right. You're done. And I think Vince McMahon just got what he wanted. Was the last bit of, merchandise, because I think WWE can still sell Sting product, even though he's not there anymore, because it's a part of WWE's now. Yeah. So and then the thing with Big Show, I mean, I thought that was pretty messed up if they really disrespect him. But I think throughout the time he was there, you can see he wasn't how they were treating like Braun Strowman, or like even Mark Henry got like title runs.
Yeah.
I think Big Show he deserved a lot more. And I mean, it sucks that it's good for him as a wrestler, move away from WWE, because I think that's probably the best option there is now, because WWE has way too many people in their roster. Like it's insane, and now it makes it seem like they're just doing that now just to take them off the, to make the other promotions hurt instead of more focus on the wrestlers. They're probably like, let's see how long this promotion can last without these wrestlers. And look at Lucha Underground, gone. Nobody talks about Ring of Honor. And a lot of the wrestlers came from, a lot of the big wrestlers, Kevin Owens, all them came from there. Samoa Joe, yeah. TNA, nobody really talks about them anymore. Only one that stayed relevant now is AEW, but it's because AEW has wrestlers, that we like, that were active, recently. I think really Cody Rhodes has a good idea of how to run the business, because he's been a part of it for so long.
And didn't his dad also help run a promotion too?
It wasn't it like NWA or something like that?
Yeah, it was in NWA, and then he ran some with WCW back in the day. Yeah.
So he got it. I think AEW is no joke. I think they're gonna be there for a long time. And then they have a backing of a billionaire, so.
Mm-hmm. Who actually he has more money than Vince too, huh?
Yeah. So I think it's a little bit easier when you have that kind of backing than when like Vince, when he just became a billionaire, and that was what, like maybe 10 years ago with the whole WWE network. Yeah. And then, am I right, or is the WWE network no longer up? Because I saw it was like going to Peacock TV.
Yeah, I believe this next pay-per-view that they're gonna have is gonna be on Peacock.
Yeah, that's where Adam's at, Freddie.
Yeah. Rest in peace to him. Oh. He's not dead. I'm just saying that.
No, I know. He's a peacock.
Peacock.
He thought what? Optimus Prime was a peacock?
Oh yeah, he thought Optimus Prime was a peacock. Oh shit! Oh shit! Fucking Adam.
That guy.
Shout out to Adam, dude.
But I wanted to ask you guys, tonight is the big AEW pay-per-view. I didn't think it was going to go up against the NBA All-Star game, but apparently it is. No explanation, no afterthought, just one answer. Who's the big signing that they're going to premiere tonight?
CM Punk.
Okay.
No.
Jesse?
I don't think it's CM Punk.
Who do you think it is?
Because CM Punk recently came out and said in an interview that they should focus on like newer, like on younger talent.
Yeah.
I said no explanation, sir.
Yeah, he did say that.
Nah, but I mean, it would be interesting to see CM Punk. But no, you need fans in the 10. Like you need that could be like next year, but
when there's a lot of people in attendance.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah! But you still haven't answered. And according to the Big Show, what does he go by now on AEW? Does he go by his name?
Paul White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a big ass signing.
Yeah.
Like he made it a point to say that it was gonna be fucking
Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah, there it is. That's the word he said.
My heart, and I'm gonna say this real quickly. It's my heart wishes, because he is no longer under WWE contract, is John Cena.
He's not under contract anymore?
He's not, and he never signed a Legends deal either.
Ooh.
Omar just told me that stop moving and sit down.
I'm trying to put it on the chat.
We've been telling you since episode 1.
I'm over here to take care of my kids.
This fool. You still haven't answered though. Jesse.
I'll just say CM Punk after reading
okay.
Dude, I didn't know John Cena was not under contract anymore.
He's not under contract anymore. His contract expired in January.
Dude, do you know how big of a move that would be? That would.
He's promoting movies. He has movies to promote. Also, another name is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's currently #1 on NBC with his show Young Rock, which, by the way, Jess, I did catch this week. I did see all 3 episodes back to back. Really, really, really good show. A lot better than I thought it was going to be.
No, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be trash, but it was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
She's eating first. She's eating a concha.
So...
Okay, so I want to tell you guys about a second article that I read off of comicbook.com that says Space Jam, a new legacy starring the great LeBron James, will feature Warner Brothers characters like Batman, Joker, and King Kong. This, according to comicbook.com, says when LeBron James hits the court with the Looney Tunes and Space Jam, a new legacy, the Toon Stars of the Toon Squad will meet some surprise guest stars from across the Warner Brothers movieverse. In the 25 years later sequel to Space Jam, where it was NBA superstar Michael Jordan, obviously one of the best movies of all time, who dunked on a team of talent-stealing aliens. It's human-looking AI, Algae Rhythm, who's going to be played by Don Cheadle in this new movie, who brings James and son Dom into the Warner 3000 Entertainment server verse in a plot to steal some of James's millions of social media followers. This is by a quote by director Malcolm Lee. He told EW Magazine, it says, "It was a tricky thing just in terms of what you want. Like, oh my God, look, there's Mad Max and there's Casablanca." He also went on to say James made mention of blockbuster titles like The Matrix and Wonder Woman, but EW notes that the exact movie references and new legacy aren't confirmed. Like, one question is, are you guys going to be watching Space Jam when it drops on HBO Max, by the way, July 16th? And 2, who would you like to see from the WB universe that I didn't mention part of that movie? Because obviously it sounds like they're trying to make a Ready Player One type of thing, where there were so many characters, so many amazing characters. I feel like that's what they're trying to do. Because they're also saying that Joker is going to be in it, Pennywise from It's going to be in it, even The Mask from the movie The Mask back in 1994 is going to be in it. So, I mean, it puts my expectations just a little bit higher than it was before, personally. But yeah, who do you guys would like to see in the LeBron James's Space Jam?
Warner Brothers, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
I would say, I don't know if you mentioned, because I was responding to somebody in the chat, Pinky and the Brain.
Okay, I can see that.
You know, they're over here plotting on how they can, help out LeBron James or something, and then the ball just smashes them both or some shit. Something funny like that, you know what I mean? I'd like to see them. I'd definitely like to see Pinky and the Brain.
How about you, Jess?
Probably like maybe Scooby-Doo or something, like, because they're Warner Bros. As well. That would be kind of cool if they came out. I think Legos is also a part of the Warner Bros. Animation.
Yes, they are.
Putting out like something like that were to come out. But yeah, I did when I saw a few of the pictures when they of the movie, you can kind of see there's like a big audience of like different characters in there. So I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be like a Ready Player One feel where you see certain characters, and I don't know. I'm excited. I'll watch it. I mean, Space Jam. I like Bugs, Looney Tunes, and all them. So hopefully they stop.
Have you guys heard the backlash that I guess they're getting because of Lola Bunny?
No. What's going on?
So I guess apparently people are upset because she doesn't look how she looked like in the first movie. You know how they kind of over-sensualized her? So there was people that were kind of upset. Like, oh no, how could they do that to her? Wait, you're muted by the way, Jesse, so I don't know what the heck you're saying, bro. But yeah, there was... I'll find it and I'll post it. But yeah,
I think I might have caught something about that on Instagram or something like that. But that just goes to show what society is doing now, where people are starting to fight back. Look at what they did with Eminem, stuff like that. You know, it's a different time where some people are way too sensitive to things. So you got to please everybody. That's the sad part. You have to please everybody. It's no longer just about your audience. It's about your audience and plus.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that whole Eminem thing too, that shit was funny. But
that Eminem thing was pretty funny.
That was fucking hilarious. Like, you guys, there's a lot of songs from his old albums where you're looking at it and you're like, holy shit, dude. Like, what the fuck? You know, like that meme said, the Kim song? Stan? You know, especially that Kim song. Holy shit.
Rita said, have you heard of R. Kelly song?
I love R. Kelly. I think he's a musical genius.
Now, this is an R. Kelly song, knowing what his sexual preference is.
Well, I mean, what he did behind closed doors is his business. I judge him on his music.
And you know what? It's funny that, well, not funny, but it's crazy that you say that, Oz, because I actually had a conversation with somebody at work because of that. Because they saw the documentary. Because I was listening to Ignition, the remix. I mean, I like the song. And, you know, when I was kind of like humming the song, and she's like, oh my God, you listen to his music? Why would you listen to his music? Oh, his music's good. So the question to ask is, before any of that, anything came out, I mean, obviously people kind of knew R. Kelly was kind of sus, but before that documentary came out, before everything, you know, blew up, you liked that song. You liked that song. You sang Ignition, the remix. You know what the songs are about. Okay, you sang Hotel. So, yeah. I mean, the songs are good, but, you know, it sucks that, you know, we did what...
Are you telling me I Believe I Can Fly is a sexual ass song?
Oh.
Not all of his songs are like that.
He has a song called Ignition.
Well, that was the interpretation that I got.
And then what? Bump and Grind?
Oh, how about I don't see nothing wrong.
Yeah.
With a little bump and grind.
And then he's,
again,
you know,
see, you're singing it. So at one point in time, you actually thought that song was good. He has a whole
album with Aaliyah when she was 14 that says age is only but a number. Age is just a number. He was like openly saying what he liked without actually saying it.
And he married her, right?
Yeah, we have artists that have sung songs without saying openly they're gay, and they're clearly about men. Like, you know what I mean?
But people still enjoy it, though.
Yeah, and I'm not
saying
that nobody's enjoying it, but when you know what the song is about, like, before it changes it. Like,
yeah. Oh, okay. No, I get where you're coming from, Frida. I do understand that.
Yeah, music, like his music's good. It's just when you start thinking, damn, he wrote this,
great.
thinking...
I grew up on every party having his music.
Well, yeah.
But then now when you hear the songs and you actually pay attention to the lyrics, it's like, oh, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, so does that mean that you pay attention to every Michael Jackson song and judge the lyrics, or you just sit there and listen to an amazing artist?
Well, one is
between being confirmed and something
and one being confirmed.
Well, I mean, Michael Jackson had a documentary about him too.
Yeah, and how believable was that, Oscar?
It was not at all. I mean,
so you're telling me the R. Kelly one was not believable?
I'm saying that it's pretty funny that once the money stopped, then they talked.
For fun.
No, I know, but he did what he did, and he's kind of technically confessed that this is what I did is true.
Every song is a confession.
Caesar said, "Name them. Who are these artists?"
Hmm?
I don't know.
Oh, name like other artists. I guess that. So I guess what Adam Lambert has said. Even though we knew he was gay from the start, but
Really?
R. Kelly, Elton John,
No.
Queen. Are we talking about Freddie Mercury?
Then again, Freddie Mercury and Elton John have never ever hidden the fact that they were gay. It's just in people
But they did get married to women.
They don't openly say they're gay in the music until later on in their career. Like when in their first the first set of albums where they actually songs about men, they don't say it's about men. We know it's about men because we know what their sexual preference is, but they don't say it. They're not saying
every song written and sang by Juan Gabriel is about men.
No, not
But remember,
saying
he
that.
did say
But-
like que no se ve, no se pregunta.
That doesn't mean he
That
confirmed
doesn't-
that he was gay.
Yeah,
He was just saying it's none of your business.
yeah, but it also goes
But
to
we
the point
openly-
that
No, that's your interpretation of it.
oh come on, Oscar.
No. It's simple. It's
Come
simple.
on.
Until you
No.
get either yes or a no, you interpret something else as, well, he didn't confirm it nor deny it. So blah 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 blah.
I wrote this song about someone that I'm madly in love with. Doesn't say what sex it is, and everyone assumes it's a woman, but you openly know that he's gay. Obviously, it's a man. Like, he
Again, an
doesn't
interpretation.
say it. Okay, Oz.
I'm just saying, it's just an interpretation because you haven't had a confirmation or a denial of it.
But there is a confirmation. We know he's gay.
Yeah, but that doesn't prove anything.
So
If he's
Look at people like George Michael and Wham who sang songs to women. Careless Whisper is about a woman, but yet he
But
was
are
gay.
these songs by him?
well that I don't know.
All of them. And a lot of the songs that he wrote, and you have to take note of the time too. In his time, it was harder to come out. That's why you have to remember, he didn't come out until later in his career.
He came out in
towards the
1990
beginning
with
of
the
his
song
career-
Freedom.
In the beginning of his career, he was a closeted gay man who was dating women. And so he wrote songs about women, but he was really talking about men when you find out later in his career.
Right,
that
but
he
that
was
doesn't
gay.
make it the fact that these songs that were written before he came out were actually written about men. Again, Careless Whisper was written about a woman.
So you think
Yeah,
So-
that's what
That's what he said. It's confirmed.
Caesar says everyone says that, Jess.
So his
Huh?
feelings were-
Caesar said everyone says that, Jess. And then Sabino said Sam Smith.
Sam Smith is another one.
oh yeah, Sam Smith, yeah.
his
Oh,
songs are-
good looking out, Sat.
But now it's easier to
But see, they write them in
to-
a way
to
where
become.
everyone can use the song, but we know why he wrote the song. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah, that
written
makes
in a
sense.
way where everyone can relate to it and everyone can listen to the song and apply whoever they're with. But when you break it down to the nitty gritty and why they wrote the song, why they were feeling what they were feeling, it's about who they were with. And if his case was a man.
Caesar said you don't know that. Dude.
Oh my God.
it's kind of well, we don't know that at the
He's
time
gay.
because we
I
didn't know
think he
him.
said
but,
that to
you know.
Jesse,
Have you
though.
ever
I think he
heard
said that
of
to Jesse. Was that to Jesse, Caesar? I'm just waiting for him to type it up.
But I mean, it's music's good.
Okay, so let's say an artist like Lil Nas X does a song like Old Town Road, and now that he's confirmed that he's gay, does that change your interpretation of the song? No, it's about a man.
If he says, I wrote this song about a specific person,
So you need a confirmation in order for you to make that assumption.
confirmation from other artists when they had interviews about why they wrote the song. That's how I know.
We would have to like look at all the interviews, but I mean that's a whole different.
There are people who write songs out of personal experience, and you know that. And like Taylor Swift, all her songs are about personal experiences, and we know they're about specific men because of who she's been with. She doesn't. She's never openly said this song is about this person, but we know because when you do the timeline, when you do the math, when you like gather up the clues, we know that that's who that person is, and she's never confirmed that. But we just know.
Just see that you're saying you need a confirmation, but you're just making an assumption.
Okay, but we've gotten confirmation
That's
that
not true. Then there's no reason.
Oh, there we go. It started again. Sorry. We had a bit of a freeze because I guess
No.
it's crazy, but no, we're back. We're back. It froze on. It had frozen, but we're back. We're good. Everybody was able to hear what you guys were talking about.
yeah. So I mean, other than that, I think R. Kelly was the only one that's confirmed.
We went from Space Jam to R. Kelly, that's why, and then murder.
Well, I mean, R. Kelly did sing I Believe I Can Fly, and that was in Space Jam, so I guess it kind of made it relevant.
Yeah, some connection to Space Jam.
Hell yeah. So from now on, anytime that I guess Caesar types something on the chat, I'm going to cut everybody completely off so I can say what he said. Because he said, you're reading the comments too late. So it doesn't make sense because the conversation keeps going. So by the time you come around, it's too late. And then I told him, I can't interrupt the arguing, bro. And I go, sorry, the debating. And he goes, you have to. It's your job.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he wanted to know, what did R. Kelly confirm?
Bro.
The video's confirmed.
Bro, that video?
His wives have confirmed it. His ex-wife has confirmed. Like, multiple women who were in long relationships with him have evidence. He wasn't arrested for fun. They have evidence.
Yeah, that dude's arrested. He's in jail for a reason.
They can't show us everything. But they've shown us enough.
Damn. But yeah, so...
Yeah, it's a whole testimony.
Yeah, but she gone, so she can't.
Since her being 14, being married to him. How is that not evidence enough?
Yeah, I mean, if you marry a 14-year-old, that's a questionable off the bat.
Oh, he says you still haven't answered the question.
Aaliyah was 14. R. Kelly married her when he was what, like 30-some or 20-some? So, I mean, I don't know, Omar, how much more evidence. Would you be okay with the 20-some-year-old marrying your 14-year-old daughter?
Oh, I think he asked you a question there, bro.
And again, are we confirmed that the family was not okay with it?
Yeah, I think.
Dude, come on.
No. I'm simply saying. I mean, it's. I mean, a 14-year-old can't think for themselves. So
that's also.
If a parent knew, but that's
Caesar said sure.
Oh Jesus, dude!
He says it's her choice.
It's her choice at 14 years old. No way. I know he's fucking
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
What if Aaliyah's family made her do it?
Yeah, well,
that was just my point.
Okay, so you would be okay with forcing Caesar to marry a 20-something-year-old even though he doesn't want to?
It happens all the time in Mexico.
Yeah, but this ain't Mexico. This is the U.S.
For fame and fortune.
Yeah, maybe for fame and fortune, but even yeah, it's like hell no. You couldn't sell your child to somebody for no money.
Said that's Mexico though.
He's been with girls as young as 12 years old. Like, I don't care how many jokes there are about it. That's a fucking sick man.
Times are harder. That's what Jason said. And then Caesar's like, if I'm getting rich and he's gonna become if he's gonna become a single, then yeah, he can marry an older lady.
Oh my goodness. He would not. Hell no, he would not.
Jason said, over there, if you do that here, that's the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. If you want to say, because
I think he meant to say, if I'm getting rich and he's gonna become a singer, then yeah, he can marry an older lady. I guess he meant to say singer, not single.
Yeah. What if he was already famous? Huh? Oh, ooh. Caesar's famous at 14, 13 years old, and then you're like, hey, this guy wants to marry this
There's
lady.
TikTokers that are famous at 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, but that's weird. That's interesting. Okay. TikTok's a different story.
That's a whole different monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Social media is becoming toxic now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everything's becoming toxic. Yeah. I mean, honestly, excuse me, to be completely honest with you, the only reason I haven't left Instagram is because I promote the YouTube channel on that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You say you Ramon created something for it or something, you guys?
Well, I promoted on my own personal one, but if it wasn't for the YouTube channel, I don't think I would even be on Instagram anymore.
Yeah, I remember you guys told me.
Oh, Omar wants to know, was Aaliyah famous at 14?
Was what?
Was Aaliyah famous at 14? Question mark.
Yeah.
She didn't marry him until after she was famous, and people found out in an interview that she was doing that she was married. She was already famous.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference in selling records and being famous. I don't think she was at the peak of her fame. I think she was selling records, absolutely, but she wasn't famous.
Omar said nope.
If anything,
Omar said nope.
He said nope.
It would have been a Brad for her image.
Wow. This was a very, very interesting conversation. So with that being said, does anybody have any final words before we swing it over to Jesse for the words of wisdom?
No, I think we all brought our game today.
Yeah, for real. A game, dude. Hell yeah, this was interesting. I don't have anything to add to that.
No, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, this was a really good one, actually. We had really good interaction from the chat. I mean, everything was good. You know, I'd like to see if your brother would, for whatever reason, would like to join the show, because it seems like he's very opinionated.
Very severely.
I'd like to. If you're ever curious and want to join the show,
he's yelling.
Let us know.
He wasn't dying.
It's open, man. We're always open for guests. So if you want to join, just let us know. Hit one of us up, and we can try and make it happen. But with that being said, Stone Cold Steve Jessers, do you have any words of wisdom for us?
No, yeah, just now that stuff's reopening, especially out in Texas, be very careful. Mississippi, you know, we don't know anybody out there, so
this will say we don't know nobody over in Mississippi.
But yeah, just be safe. I think the stimulus got passed yesterday or Friday.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think everybody's getting that stimulus though.
Yeah, I think everyone will. But you gotta be. I mean, if you're making $75,000 a year, you're well off. But it all depends on your lifestyle, like how you spend most of your cash. But yeah, just be safe. They're probably I wouldn't doubt Gavin Newsom announces something maybe in the coming weeks that we're gonna open up even more, to kind of, accelerate the reopening. We need money. I guess the whole state needs money. We're losing all these big businesses to Texas, Tennessee, Arizona, Vegas. But yeah, just work. If you guys don't have a work right now, there's unemployment. So just there's a bunch of resources for you guys. But yeah, just wash your hands.
Sorry, real quick. You said that your son was doing homeschooling, right?
Yeah.
Is he going to go back to actual school?
Not this year. Maybe next, when he's ready for the next year. So we're getting him ready for kinder. So,
okay.
Well, he's in kinder now, but I guess we're getting him ready for first grade.
Okay.
So, I think once he's ready and once we get the okay, because they were saying they want to vaccinate the teachers and pretty much some students, or mostly elementary. Yeah, that's what they want to open up right now, which is kind of weird.
Teachers don't want to get vaccinated. A lot of teachers don't want to get vaccinated.
And there's some teachers that actually prefer to work from home now. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of that has to do with, I guess, really less interaction with the kids. Because I remember when some kids used to wild out in high school and talk back to the teachers, or they would try to get in front of the teacher's face, trying to make themselves look tough. Some teachers lost their jobs when they get into altercations with students. And now that they know that there's that safety net where they're behind the screen and you have that ability to kick the kid out of the classroom by just hitting, remove from session or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Instead of having to call like a dean or a principal, and then they send them back after like 20 minutes. So let's see how that goes. I know school's going to be very different. It sucks for the people that were junior and seniors that don't get to experience, senior activities like how we did. But yeah, just keep your distance, wear your masks, wear gloves. California, I think right now has the thing where you have to wear 2 masks. Well, they recommend double masking. And make sure you wash your masks if you have those.
But why are they recommending double masking if we're going down the tier and reopening everything?
Hold on. On that note, wait, before we get on that, so Omar wanted me to let you know, Jesse, that businesses aren't leaving California because of COVID. Businesses are moving because taxes are too high for them. If California would just lower taxes, then business wouldn't move.
Yeah. Well, even without, there's probably the tax rate is probably the killer. Texas does have a better tax rate than California and more land. So they can definitely expand with whatever they would want, however they want.
Moving to Starbase, Texas.
Yes.
In the next couple of years, please.
Wants to move to is in Texas or moving in Texas, so he's creating his own little town. So that's gonna be interesting to see what he does.
Yeah. Oh, and Oz, Omar said he's down to be on the podcast, so I told him to touch bases with you on that.
Got it. Set her down.
He says things are only gonna get worse because of the minimum wage increase across the country. Lots of people will lose jobs and everything is gonna go up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that got passed, the federal minimum wage.
It hasn't been passed because they're still debating it, but they clearly don't want to do it.
Yeah.
No,
they're trying to find alternates to not pay people the $15 an hour. Look at McDonald's. McDonald's demanded $15 an hour, and now they have little machines where you can do your little fucking order now.
Yep.
No, some states are doing the $15 an hour, like California, I think New York, Florida. But like states like in Michigan, out there like North Dakota, their minimum wage is like $10 or $8, $8 to $10. That's minimum. So imagine and their cost of living is so much cheaper than it is here.
Yeah.
And houses are so much cheaper here, and you get a bigger house than you would if it was over there than you would here. You can't even buy a house in LA without spending $1 million.
Yeah.
Over there you could get a mansion. So $15 for them would be really good for them, but businesses are not gonna like that there.
Yeah.
Well, look at what happened when they literally demanded $5 hero pay. A lot of Ralphs closed. So now they had to sign it into law that you have to pay people the $5 hero pay.
Yeah.
And that's
sorry.
Yeah. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and close it out here. And we'll put a pin on this one and, possibly bring it on next week. Omar said he's coming for your spot, Jesse.
I didn't know spots were being taken up. There's another empty square here.
Oh, there's multiple empty squares up in this bitch. Don't even trip. And that goes to anybody who's seen this. If you're ever, wanting to come on the cast, just hit one of us up and let us know. Like, we're always welcome to having, you guys on the show. Like, it's not a problem. Just let us know, hit us up, and we can set something up. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap. Oh wait. Omar said Amazon out here in Texas already pays 15, so they are ahead of the curve. And Costco pays between 15 and 25 depending on the position. All right.
And In-N-Out pays 16 here.
All right. So I guess next podcast is gonna be minimum
wage.
So with that being said, this is the glorious one here with the Oz. Now that he's on my right.
Hello.
And Stone Cold Steve Jesser's down here. With that being said, until the next podcast, we are signing off until the next one. So, peace out, my peeps.
Go watch the vlogs, guys. Bye.
Oh, go watch the vlogs. Go watch the vlogs. Wait, before we log off.
NBA All-Star Weekend today.
Nah. Plug in your handles, Oz.
Just reach me at Instagram at Phenomenal FKR.
Yeah.
For now, until I deactivate it.
And what's your
Hit them up on Xbox so you can drop them in Fortnite.
Oh. How about your OnlyFans?
I canceled that. It wasn't paying out. People weren't paying anymore. Tough times.
Hey,
you got to make cuts.
With that being said, we're logging off. Enjoy this one, and we'll see you on the next one.